Hello, all, and welcome to a late night post work non alcoholic beer review. And why non alcoholic? Because I am very, very tired, and alcohol would not serve me well right now on a work night. And also, too, my dad gifted me this because he wanted me to go and review it. So he gave me a couple cans of this. I haven't actually tried it yet. Usually I try one can and then do the review. But I have special plans for that second can. And you'll see it. If not soon, then maybe within about 2 or 3 episodes. So I don't know much about this. I've never had it before. Of course, it's 0.0 ABV, which is kind of unique in the sense that most non-alcoholic beers actually contain a minuscule amount of alcohol just due to the way that it is made. This has zero point 0.0 because apparently they use some sort of patented method that takes out all the alcohol. So I guess this could be considered halal then, halal beer, because there's not one drop of alcohol in it. And apparently, from the reviews I've read, it's pretty good, considered pretty good for a non-alcoholic beer. But we shall see, shall we? So yeah, let's go and pour this out into the Pilsner glass and see how it goes. So let's do this fairly quick because I have a feeling that head's not gonna be stay too long on this. So honestly, looks like almost the same coloration as regular Heineken. Maybe just a slightly lighter shade of yellow with a fizzy white head that is actually a bit more, it's staying better than I've seen like many other non-alcoholic beers. Let's go and give it you kind of get those sweet bready malts and sort of grassy herbaceous hopping. So honestly, it smells exactly like regular Heineken. Right. Like I think I would have some real difficulty, discerning this in a blind from regular Heineken just by the nosing alone. Onto the palate now. It is fairly surprising. So let me start by saying this, like all other non-alcoholic beers, has a very thin and watery mouthfeel. This has a very thin and watery mouthfeel. But for some reason, it still has a lot of the malt taste aspects to it. So you kind of get a bready sweetness, even though it's very watery on the palate. And you also get hoppiness in the top note and hop bitterness on the palate. Not that much, of course, because it's Heineken, but yeah, it's interesting almost how you still have that almost that um, honeyed honeyed malt taste on the palate and in the top note and in the nose. Unlike other non-alcoholic beers, it doesn't go too far. It tend, non-alcoholic beers tend to overcompensate one way or the other. They either tend to be essentially hop water, or they are malty to the point of being liquefied bread, you know. So very sweet and cloying. This kind of avoids it. It's very well balanced. This is probably the most well balanced non alcoholic beer I've had since that Athletic Brewing Company IPA that I tried at a restaurant, which is why I haven't posted a review of it. Kind of holding off on that one until it gets too dry January. But yeah, the balance here is just amazing, flavor wise. I mean, the mouthfeel, though, like I said, it's watery and it also has like a very drying effect on the mouth. Your mouth doesn't feel, your mouth feels drier after you drink it instead of, kind of moist. So, but it doesn't really come across as tannic per se. It's just like drying your mouth. This is truly interesting. No, uh, uh, yeah, yeah. So yeah, you're going to see what the sort of next kind of comparison review is going to be. You can probably guess what I'm going to do at this point, you know. But this is really, yeah, huh. Non-alcoholic beer has really evolved. It's really jumped by the leaps and bounds since the days of O'Doul's. Look at that. Well, it's not really leaving lacing. That's more the fact that my glass is old. But yeah, it's still retaining head. It hasn't completely gone away. Which kind of, you know, boils it down to this. Once, I don't know, brewing scientists, beer scientists figure out a way to replicate the mouthfeel of real beer, then they're set. I mean, it's going to be like it's going to be like you're going to need professionals to really suss out the difference in between non-alcoholic beer and alcoholic beer at that point. Because flavor-wise, they're getting really good at matching it. So, thanks again to my dad for donating this. I think that's why he donated it. I think he tried it himself and he was like, wow, this is really good. And he wanted me to kind of like go through it and see for myself. And yeah, I'm going to look forward to my next little experiment, as it were, regarding this particular beers with the other can that I have. And yeah, that is your non alcoholic beer review for tonight, folks. Cheers.